And now, coming to you from the studios of STL TV in beautiful Forest Park, it's the best of the STL. On this week's show, adventurer Todd Lewis, artist and founder of mouse painting, Larry Spencer, slicing and dicing in the kitchen, green bean salads, and tonight's musical guest, Peanut Gallery. And now, here's your host with the most, Cassandra Walker and Ivy Hartman.
Is rocking. The audience is great.
They are really. It's a great time to be at Best of the
It
STL.
is. You know, we have the Surge on, and Coeur from the Surge is in the audience, and I gave her a high five. I mean, that girl has some muscle.
Have you recovered yet?
Yeah, I have.
We'll get to talk to Coeur a little bit later on.
It's going to be a great show.
You know, I'm excited about the Surge. I'm excited about this awesome studio audience we have. And our band is really great. But you know what? I'm really excited because LJ is back on the show.
She's back because she was sick last time, but I'm so glad she recovered nicely.
I am too.
And she didn't miss a beat.
No, she didn't. She probably laughed through the whole thing. And speaking of laughing, if you are down and out and you miss one of our episodes, you can always catch up with us on YouTube or
Absolutely.
streaming
You can
live.
pause and go forward.
That's true. Pause and go forward. And then also you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well.
That's right. Tweet. We
That's
like
right.
That. I'm trying to keep up with the tweets. I am.
Are you really?
My son said I'm way behind.
You know, I just don't know that I have anything that interesting that anybody
That's
cares
the point.
about.
Exactly. That is the point. Whatever happened to diaries?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Keep it private.
Well, I guess we better check in with LJ because she's always up to something.
She is.
LJ, what's going on over there in the audience?
Well, look at this studio audience. This is not the best looking studio audience in all of St. Louis. Give it up. Right, my people. And you too can be a member of our studio audience. If you want to be in our studio audience, all you have to do is call us for tickets at 314-552-2970. So come check us out and be in our studio audience. Let's see what Cassandra's doing over there in that kitchen.
Wow, this looks delicious. I'm over here with, as you can see, green bean with Sarah Hazelcorn and Nick Guzman. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having us.
All right, so obviously green bean, we're going to have something green and maybe a few beans. Tell me what's going on, what you're going to make today for us.
Today we're going to make a grapefruit and ginger salad.
Wonderful.
Which is not on our typical menu, but
oh, it's
seasonal.
not. So it's for the best of the STL.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Now, Nick, why do you like the salad? Why did you pick it?
Well, it's very fresh. It's very seasonal, especially for the warm weather in the summer and spring. Those hot days.
Yes.
It's very refreshing.
It sounds like it, and filling too. People don't realize how filling salads can be.
For sure.
Now, you're in the Central West End. Tell us your address.
We are at 232 North Euclid, right by the corner of Maryland and Euclid.
Now, why did you pick Central West End?
Well, it's a very young community with a medical school right down the street
Ah.
and a lot of graduate students, so it fits right with our concept.
So you're trying to say that medical students understand about being healthy?
No.
We like to think so, but there are also lots of offices, and it's just a really young, fun vibe to be around.
Excellent. Now, why do you think that people should eat more salad?
I mean, obviously it's really healthy. It's also delicious. I mean, if you come to Green Bean, we can show you that even if it's healthy, you can get something that you'll really like.
So today you're going to prepare the salad for us, and then of course we'll get a taste of it. Absolutely. Now, is there any secret ingredients in here?
No.
No secret ingredients. I see fruit over there.
There
we
is.
do have
All right.
grapefruit, but we'll
It's
tell you
all
all about
fresh.
it.
All right, well, that's good. We want it to all be fresh. That's excellent. So you're going to tell me about it when we come back to you, and we'll talk about the ingredients and why you put them in there, because I'm sure there's a method to your madness.
Definitely.
Now, Nick, what is one of your favorite ingredients that's here?
That's here. I would say the almonds.
Really?
I like almonds in my salads.
Okay, and almonds are good for your complexion and for your brains and things like that?
It
So
is,
this is brain food pretty much then.
essentially.
All right, well, green bean, welcome to the Best of the STL. I'm looking forward to having some. I love salads, can never get enough of salads. So we'll come back, you'll be cooking up throughout the show, and we'll talk more about this recipe, all the other things you have to offer, and why green bean is a great place to come and dine. All right, that
We'll
sound
get
good to you?
started.
Sounds great.
All right, then we're gonna go over to Ivy, who's in the audience. Ivy?
Hey, listen, Cassandra, that does look delicious, especially coming from a gal who did not eat any dinner. I think green bean salad looks terrific. You know, I've been working out in the yard and trying to get a little bit more healthy myself. Joining me is Mitch Leachman of the St. Louis Audubon Society. And tell us who the Audubon Society is and what you guys do.
Sure. We're a regional environmental education and conservation organization, and we're volunteer-driven. 100% volunteer-driven. We're always looking for volunteers for our projects and our programs throughout the area.
And I mentioned working out in the yard. Talk about some of the projects that you guys have. I know that you guys work to promote native plants and then also educate people about native plants and bird species here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have tree plantings, we have forest restoration projects, cleanups. We just did a big cleanup with the Confluence Partnership just this past weekend. We have a forest restoration project on April 14th out at Creve Park, and the information's on our website for anybody who wants to volunteer for that.
You've mentioned volunteers twice since I've been talking to you. Is there a need for volunteers?
There's always a need for volunteers, and I hope to mention it at least 2 more times
Yeah.
before we're done. Because we also take volunteers in a little bit more structured ways. None of our volunteers require any particular profession or experience, but we also use volunteers in our education programming. We actually go into classrooms and teach kids about the environment. We also have outreach events that are really cool where you get to handle dead birds, you get to handle bird wings and bird feet, and we provide all the training for all these events, and you can work full-time, you can do this stuff on the weekends, you can do it at nights.
Does St. Louis provide a unique situation to any other area in Missouri or, when it comes to native plants and birds and preserving some of that?
Oh, absolutely. We have all kinds of things going for us in St. Louis, and it starts with the great rivers. I mean, having the Missouri, the Illinois, and of course the Mississippi here in St. Louis provides a host of opportunities for birds as well as all kinds of other types of wildlife and plants that really come together here in the St. Louis region. It's a great spot.
It really is. I've actually been experiencing the bald eagles that came over to Alton recently, and I've been trying to be more conscious about planting native plants in my yard and as well as attracting more birds.
Oh, absolutely, and I appreciate you mentioning that. We have started a new program this year called Bring Conservation Home, and it is also on our website. We've got pages for that, and we provide personal assistance. We actually send trained habitat advisors to your home to actually help you create habitat for birds, wildlife, and all kinds of other aspects.
Fabulous. If you are interested in volunteering or you want to find out more about one of the many great events going on with the St. Louis Audubon Society, you can check out their wonderful website at stlouisaudubon.org. You can also reach out to them by calling 599-7390. I want to thank you so much for being here, Mitch. You know what? Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we've got quite an adventure coming up. You're going to want to hear about his tall tales, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. Wow, that band sounds good.
They're
doesn't it,
really
Ivy?
fun, yeah.
More than a decade ago, Ivy, our next guest made a life-changing decision while on a business trip.
And since then, he has transformed his life and reached amazing goals that have been quite challenging, as his website, I Run With Bulls, might suggest.
Yeah, there's a little bit of hint of adventure there. Here to share some of those achievements, please help us welcome adventurer Todd Lewis. like adventurer.
I know, I
I
like
like that title. I don't think I've ever been called an adventurer, but I like that title a lot, Todd. Now, I want you to tell us a little bit about that business trip and how I understand you heard Lou Holtz speak, and why was that a changing thing? Because people hear Tony
La
Russa.
Russa.
Tony
No.
La Russa, no.
Who are you talking about?
Robbins.
Oh, Tony Robbins.
Tony
Oh,
Robbins
yeah.
and other motivational
Yeah.
speakers all the time, and then they may, for a week, do what they say and then go back to their normal
That's true.
lives.
That's true.
But you took something there and actually changed your whole life.
14 years ago, right?
Wow.
15 years ago.
Tell us about it.
I was at a sales convention. I didn't plan on being there, and during our dinner, they brought out a guest speaker. And I knew who Coach Lou Holtz was, but I knew he coached Notre Dame, and that was about it. But he gets out there and delivers a message that just kind of sparked a fire in me. I'd never run, I'd never been out of the country, and this man gets up and says, I've made a list of 108 things, and at the time, him and his wife had done 103.
Wow.
I just left that convention a different person, made a list of goals, things I'd always dreamed of and had never done, and after making my list, I was like, well, I start going for it.
Amazing.
Where did you start? What was the first thing you did?
First thing is I ran a marathon, and then 2 weeks later went to Africa for Kilimanjaro.
Did you really? Just
Yep.
like that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, I'm going to say something you said to me in the green room when you say that you made a list because you didn't want to miss something. You told me about Charles Schultz, the creator of Peanuts, and Charlie Brown said that I wish I would have let Charlie Brown kick the football.
Yes.
Is that kind of like what our life is like? We just kind of, do you think people just kind of just go through the motions and then at the very end, they have this long wish list?
Yes, and for me, I don't want to wait until I hear that, maybe something's, a matter with my health, or, I get up in the years and I'm not able to run or travel or climb. And my whole thing is I don't want any regrets. I just want to go out with a passion and do what I do. And the list keeps me on track.
Can we go with him?
I know. And I know you do some of this solo, but we've got some great photos of some of your adventures. And I
Yes.
want you to talk a little bit about where these photos are from and where you've been. I mean, just in the last 4 years, you've been to a lot of places.
Yes. I was trying to think of like Nepal. I went to Nepal, spent a month there,
Wow.
hiked to the base camp of Mount Everest, and then from Nepal went to Malaysia, to Thailand, came back, gave it a few months to rest up,
Wow.
and actually that was in Peru.
In
I
Peru?
went to Machu Picchu, to the Inca Trail, and then made it up to that cliff.
Do you journal this, or do you just take photos, journaling kind of, or how do you keep track of all these adventures?
I've got the photos that I keep, and I keep a journal on every trip that I take.
Is that all on your website?
The journal isn't.
So now is Dennis Rodman on your bucket list?
I wanted to meet Dennis Rodman, but he was actually at the running of the Bulls one year that I was. I couldn't get to him. 3 years later, I bumped into him at the Dallas airport and said, Dennis, are you going to run with the Bulls, next year? And he was kind of caught off guard, and so we ended up sitting down and having a conversation about the running of the Bulls in Spain.
Amazing. We have a picture of you there in the garb that they wear. Now tell us about the red scarf and the white outfit, because that's symbolic of
Yes.
running with the Bulls.
The tradition is you wear white for the respect, the red for the blood that was shed. There was a priest that was executed back, hundreds of years ago, and so to pay tribute, that's what you wear, and you usually run with a newspaper because a show of confidence is saying, I'm going to run, I know I'm going to finish, and I'm going to get a cup of coffee and read the newspaper.
Oh my
Interesting.
goodness.
So what's next on the list?
I'm trying very hard to go to Bhutan. It's kind of like near Nepal and Tibet. I want to do some climbing there. It's just a place that fairly recently has gotten television, computers. They monitor the number of people that come in each year, and it's just virtually untouched.
So how do you get there?
Right.
The flight there, it's going to be a hodgepodge of a lot of different airports, almost similar to Nepal. I think it was about 36 hours to finally get there.
Oh my goodness.
I find it inspiring that you say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I think people might be saying, well, great. Todd Lewis must be independently wealthy
Yes.
to be able to do all these adventures and pick
Extremely
things off
fit.
exactly off his bucket list. Talk about how you do it.
I've worked part-time jobs. I work a full-time job in sales for a company at Windstream, and I have a boss that is probably the most inspiring guy I've ever met. That guy, I've never seen him lose his temper, and I look for mentors, and he's one of them. I mean, he inspires me, and he encourages me to take these trips, to do these things.
Wonderful. And is it true that you ran a marathon a month for a year?
Marathon a month. Actually ended up with 15 that year, and 2 of them were back-to-back. I ran Memphis, drove to St. Louis, picked up another bag, hopped a plane to Vegas, ran Vegas the next day, and my goal was to knock them out both under 4 hours, and did. I think it was 3.
My goodness.
So all adding up in total, I think our audience should know 40 marathons in 14
Wow.
years.
Yeah.
Is that
And
right?
Like I said, I'd never run over 5 miles. but
That's amazing.
When I made my list after hearing Coach Holtz, I said,
That
let's
That
do
is
it.
amazing.
Boy.
40 marathons in a marathon.
Yeah, I might get to a half marathon, and that'll be on my list. There we
Half a
go.
block for me. I'm going to really quickly ask you, is there anyone on your list that you still want to meet? Probably many, many people, but like if you could meet one person this year, who would it be?
I really wanted to meet Coach John Wooden,
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say
who
that.
passed away.
Yes.
I was out in Los Angeles when he was supposed to give a speech, but he was too sick to give the speech, and you know, I did my best, and
Yes.
he was always a huge inspiration. To the one person, it's tough. I don't know if I could narrow it down.
Well, we're so
that's
glad we
okay.
can knock one thing off your list by having you on the show today
That's
and
right.
meeting us. So there we go.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Actually, it's been a pleasure to
It
meet
has
you,
been
Todd.
wonderful.
it's
We hope
great.
you'll come back and tell us more things that you've been doing in 2012 and 13.
I
Will you
would
come back
love to.
again?
I would love to.
Great. So,
All right, you want to keep up with Todd? I runwithbulls.com.
That's right.
Absolutely. Todd
And he
Lewis.
does it. That's right.
Thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
to the show,
All
Todd.
right, thanks.
Now, also, she doesn't run with bulls, but I heard she can get pretty mean if you mess with them. LJ, what's going on?
Well, I am sitting here with one of our very special audience members. Tell us your name.
Ahmed Manocha.
Ahmed Manocha. Well, because of our friends here at Sam's, we have a little gift card that's worth $35 if you can answer our trivia question. And the trivia question today is, what is the state animal for Missouri? And I'm going to give you some little theme music.
State animal. Is it a mule?
My God, you're correct. It is a mule. Let's give it up. $35 from our friends here at
Makes you think
Sam's.
hard.
It makes you think hard. I'm really surprised you got that.
You have to study these things.
You got to study these things. Well, let's check Cassandra out over there in the kitchen.
Yay! I'm back over here with Sarah, and also I'm over here with Nick. And it's going to be a great time because we're getting ready to start tossing the salad. Do we still toss salads?
We do.
All right. So why don't we get started? Show me what you're doing and just kind of explain all the way.
Sure. So I'm going to kind of start out with the base of the salad, which is mixed greens, almonds, chives, and of course grapefruit. And then Nick is going to kind of mix up the dressing, and
Okay.
he'll tell you what's in that as he's doing it.
All right, all right. Why don't we get started? And now, when they come to the restaurant, they don't mix their own salads. Is that correct?
No.
No,
But you
no.
do have a salad bar.
We do.
Okay,
But
all right.
they just get to pick what they want, and then we mix it up for them.
So they go through the salad bar, pick out what they want, bring it to you, and you professionally mix it. Is that it?
Yeah, they just point to what they want, and we put it all together.
Oh,
for
I
them.
like that.
Yeah.
So Nick, do you have meats? Or is it all vegan?
No, we have several types of meats. We have beef, chicken, and duck.
One duck.
Yep,
Really?
duck.
I've never had a duck salad.
It's good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you keep mixing while we talk. Now, let me ask you this question: have you heard of Truett Cathy, the owner of Chick-fil-A?
No.
Okay, well, I'll tell you a story because it kind of makes me think of your story. Truett Cathy was a businessman and got very sick and was in the hospital, and he just had this vision that he was going to open up a restaurant that just sold chicken products. And people were like, really? And Magic Johnson said he met him one time in the airport, and Truett Cathy said to him, hey, you want to invest in the chicken business? And he was like, no, thanks. And now look at Chick-fil-A. You know, it's well known across the world. It makes me think of you because you just do salads.
We
Yeah,
do.
we
And
do.
we also do salad wraps.
I was gonna ask you.
You can choose if you want something in a salad or salad wrap.
So what are they wrapped in?
Different types of tortilla. We have tomato, spinach, and wheat.
Wonderful. What's your favorite, Nick?
I think my favorite's turducken, which that has a duck, and then it has dried apricots, a cucumber, cherry tomatoes, feta cheese, and the dressing is a tahini lime.
Wow, how big are the wraps?
They're pretty big.
big.
They're filling.
Really?
Oh yeah.
People sometimes can't finish them, so.
And then we're looking at inside the restaurant. I love the mural on the wall, Green Bean. How did you come up with the name Green Bean?
It kind of sort of stuck from the very beginning. We definitely wanted to have green in the name because we're a sustainable restaurant. All of our cutlery and bowls are compostable. They're made from corn.
You see, this is
Really?
made
Yeah.
of corn.
Oh,
So it's
I love
compostable.
that. So I could eat it.
You could if you
could,
wanted.
yeah.
Probably wouldn't feel too good, but you could.
So that's why, so it's not only is it green bean for food, but it's also the way that you market.
Right, and
Yeah.
we work with local farmers and stuff
So working with local farmers helps you in what way?
just supporting the local agriculture and the local economy, which I think for us is important.
Excellent. We have wonderful farmers here in food, so it's
You do?
wonderful time.
Absolutely. It's a
Yes.
really good place to be, to have a sort of local, sustainable restaurant. And I mean, our customers are really all for it, and that's how we sort of form a lot of those relationships.
Excellent. So we're going to keep mixing up here. Now let me ask you something else. When people come there, if they want to bring a group, can they do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't typically take reservations, but we have about 20 seats in the restaurant, and sometimes we push tables together if people want to sit together. And yeah, it's definitely a good group setting.
So Sarah, if you were going to talk to someone like myself, and I said, Sarah, what salad should I get? I'm open for anything. I'm not allergic to anything. Which one would you refer?
Do you like spice?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I would say definitely the Soul Train. It's it's like a Korean salad with a red pepper sesame dressing that definitely has a kick to it, but it's really good.
I love it, the Soul Train.
Yeah.
Now, do they have the Soul Train line? I'm just wondering, can I do the Soul Train
If
line?
you ask nicely, maybe the employees would.
Okay, excellent. So, Nick, now, same question to you. Which one would you refer to someone? First visit.
First visit? Well, besides the turducken, I really like the Cobb. The
Okay.
dressing, the mustard vinaigrette, I put that on everything that I make.
Really? What's in the Cobb salad?
The Cobb, it has eggs, it has hazelnuts, it has blue cheese, it has egg and chicken.
Wonderful. Now, are you the chefs or do you have a chef? A different chef?
We actually work with Chef Peter Paston from Washington, D.C., where we're both from.
Yes.
So we're just the owners, but he created our whole menu, and then when we have seasonal salads, he creates some seasonal options for us as well.
Excellent. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to try the salads. You can keep on mixing. Let's give out your phone number.
Sure, it's 314-361-4444.
And now your hours, Nick?
They're 11 to 9 every day.
Every day?
Every day.
All right, so if I have a hankering for a salad at 11 or late at night, I can come get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it digests well.
It does.
I love that. You know, you don't have to worry about running on a treadmill for 45 minutes after you eat your salad.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you keep mixing. We're going to come back at the end of the show and taste. My favorite part, taste the food.
Great.
All right, well, in the meantime, we're going to check out with Ivy, who is, I believe, in the audience. Ivy, want one of these salads?
Yes, Mr. Powell and I were just talking about how much we like salad and how it sounds really good. So joining me now, Robert Powell of the Portfolio Gallery and Education Center. 20 years you've been doing this. Talk about what kind of staple Portfolio Gallery has been in St. Louis for all those years.
Well, actually, it's 23 years.
Oh, my math is wrong. It's the new math.
Well, I founded the organization in 1989, and Portfolio's mission is to educate, enrich lives, and foster a greater awareness of art created by African American artists. We're located in the Grand Center Arts and Entertainment District, and we do fine art exhibits as well as provide educational classes to various organizations.
But people who have become accustomed to that, I want to let you know things might be changing. Is that right? Talk about that.
That's correct. We had, after 23 years of kind of a hand-to-mouth existence, writing grants, getting turned down, getting some successes, have decided that we will sell our building there in Grand Center, and we want to change our paradigm. It's all based on selling the building, and upon selling it, we want to become a funding agency to help out the minority organizations out there that are in the arts community. We want to create 4 unique black tie exhibits that will be, one will be here in St. Louis, one will be in Kansas City, one will be in Atlanta, and one in Memphis, Tennessee. And as I've traveled around the country, I've met these different people and found that, you know, if I close my eyes, those artisans are saying the same thing that we're saying here in St. Louis. How do we grow? How do we build our institution? So that's the goal, and we're hoping that our building sells soon.
Yeah, wonderful. Now, will you support art education organizations throughout the Midwest or just here in St. Louis?
In each one of those cities, we will have these exhibit the funds, money generated, we will establish applications where people can apply for various grants, and everything that is sold will remain in that particular city.
Fun. Now, you do have an upcoming exhibit called The Dark Girls Art Show on May 11th. Talk about that, where that came from.
Dark Girls is an idea that I came up with from viewing a movie that's by Bill Dukes, and he is exploring why people with dark skin are attacked all over the world. And we thought that we would create an exhibit showing the beauty of these dark girls. I could have put dark guys in it also, but we thought we'd stay on that particular theme. And that exhibit opens up May 11th. There in Grand Center, we'll have a gallery walk, so all the galleries will be open at that time, May 12th.
Okay, and so you'll also have a Washington University professor doing a gallery talk as well on May 12th, and that is Kimberly J. Norwood of Washington University, who has recently published something called Color Matters, Skin Tone Bias, and the Myth of a Post-Racial America. If you want more information, the best thing to do is just take yourself down to the exhibit on May 11th at 3514 Delmar. Visit Portfolio Gallery while they're still around, and give them a call at 533-3323. Or they email portfoliogallery@att.net. And do you answer that email, I guess?
Oh, yes, I do, yeah. And I'll greet them when they come also.
It's always a pleasure to hang out with you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Now, speaking of hanging out, LJ's got a hip new scene and some hip new trends she wants to talk to us about.
Hi, I am over here with Carlos Suarez from the Pronto Fashion Show. Carlos, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me
So
here.
tell us, what is the Pronto Fashion Show all about?
Well, Pronto is an annual show that's been going on since 2005, and it's to promote upcoming local designers who are in the high fashion scene and provide a cultural and international flavor to the designs here in St. Louis.
Okay, so we get a lot of local designers.
Yeah, there's quite a
participating?
few local designers from the area, about 7 designers to be exact, and there's one who's originally from Zambia that's going to provide an international edge to our designs.
It looks like you got some models with you today, all these skinny, pretty people.
Yes, this is Caroline from CW Couture, and she has a flavorful line of lots of color, eccentric edge. You see here we have some models who are going to be in the show, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's more of a feministic type design that she's going with.
Okay.
And then we have Nicole Box from Fouché Couture, and she has a very beautiful design right here, more of an Egyptian Greek style. And her line, as you can see, is a wearable garment, but it has a little bit of drama with it.
A little bit of drama,
yeah.
drama.
So it's all fun lines, and it's going to be an awesome show.
Seems like it's going to be an awesome show. Well, when is this awesome show going to take place?
It's going to be April 28th at Joe Buck's downtown in St. Louis at their showroom.
All right, and how do we get tickets if we want to go? People in our studio audience, everybody out there on the web.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to come. Just go to prontofashionshow.com, and you can purchase tickets online. And we're going to have a launch party on April 7th that everybody's welcome to.
All right, so go check out Carlos Suarez and check out Pronto. We got to go to break, but we'll be right back after these messages. And I know you've been enjoying the great sounds of the band, but let's hear them one more time. Give it up for the Peanut Gallery. be here with the lead vocalist, Mark Baranda. Tell us, where did the name The Peanut Gallery come from?
Well, actually, this kid here, Zach, we were just sitting in my room spitballing ideas one night, and he just said the Peanut Gallery.
Wow.
And we're like, well, that sounds pretty stupid. Let's ask him. And he thought it was okay. And we're
So
like, well,
that's stupid, isn't it?
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Cool. So tell us about this attire. I see a lot of tie-dye. How do you guys decide what you're going to wear?
We usually just make the tie-dye ourselves, but I'm pretty sure it's based off of what smells the least.
So you play a lot of funk, a lot of jam, a lot of cool stuff. How do you select your music?
We just play what we feel and try to play some covers like Grateful Dead and other stuff that we really influences us, but just write whatever we think sounds the best and go for it.
Cool. I heard you got a new album out, so tell us a little bit about that.
We just finished it yesterday. It's called Multiflora, and we recorded it in Inside Out Studios with Gary Gordon, and we're really happy with how that came out. It's pretty much what we've been working on for the past year, and it's like our baby, basically.
It's your baby. You've had your baby.
Yeah.
So tell us where we can get your baby.
It's not available anywhere yet, but we're going to have it on the internet at facebook.com/The Peanut Gallery Band, and we're hoping to get some copies printed up soon and have it out there.
So you're pretty busy. There's a big tour come up as well.
Yeah, we're planning on going out to Wisconsin this fall for the Grateful Garcia gathering, and then we're going to be in Indiana for Jammin' in the Hills, and I think we're playing in California for the Tritone Music Festival.
Well, all right. Well, that's the Peanut Gallery, and I like what they're playing, but we got to check out Cassandra and Ivy, and let's see what they're doing over there on the main stage.
Thank you, LJ. That was some good music,
It was
Ivy.
a lot of fun.
I like the Peanut
I
Gallery.
couldn't just sit here. They got me up moving.
I saw that, and that's good. Our next guest, Ivy, spent over 30 years in graphic design and cartooning before creating his own style of mouse painting in the 1990s.
Yep, and that is we say mouse painting. That's right. He uses only his mouse as his paintbrush.
Right.
He now has over 500 creations.
Because I know, Ivy, you thought he was using a mouse tail or something.
Right, like a real mouse. Maybe
Yeah.
he was painting mice. I don't know.
We're going to find out right now,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Please help us welcome Mr. Larry Spencer.
Hey.
Welcome.
All right.
Good to have you on.
Well, thank you.
Larry, we're so excited to talk about all your creations with mouse painting and how far you've come, and we have some pictures. Now, my 12-year-old son became a comic strip artist this year, or within the last year. And he just has such a passion for it. He loves it. When did you realize that you had such a passion for art?
About 3 or 4 years old, actually.
Really?
Yes, sitting around the table. I would watch the cartoons on the newspaper, and then I would trace them and draw them. And that's all I would do. Maybe my brothers would be out playing and stuff. I'd be in drawing the cartoons that I see in the newspapers and stuff.
Amazing.
So I just
Talk about some of
love
your
it.
early works, in graphic design and cartooning.
Well, yeah, I started off, my earliest ones, I was doing editorial cartooning for the military. I went in the military as a field artillery or, cannon crewman, but I quickly got a job as an illustrator there. So I started doing the cartooning for the Star and the Stripes in the military and the Fort Hood Sentinel newspapers. And then I went on, after I got out of the service, I immediately went into the suburban journals and News Democrat doing editorial cartooning, which I really love doing, that kind of joking and joking with people.
Sometimes they could be so funny and sometimes so heartfelt. I remember there was a young man by the name of Ben Wilson who was a big, well-known high school basketball player, and he was killed, unfortunately. And in the editorial section of the Chicago Sun-Times, they just had a picture of, you knew it was him, a lanky boy, it was drawn, black and white, with a basketball under his arm, and then there was a beam shining down from heaven. And that went, if there was an internet back then, it would have gone viral, as they say. It was so moving, no words, just that picture. So I know what you're saying. Those editorial cartoon strips and drawings can be really moving or drive a point.
That's right, because you can tell a lot of things with just paintings or pictures alone. And that's the way you do it. I mean, cavemen wrote on walls.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to move into the next thing.
Well,
Absolutely.
I want to talk more about mouse painting and how you got into that. But first, tell me, what's been your favorite, we were talking about moving pieces of art. What's been your favorite piece of work that you've created over the years?
My favorite pieces of work I did work with Michael Jordan. I really love one of the portraits that I did of him, and one of the portraits I did of Catherine Dunham. And I always was moved to be in the Catherine Dunham Museum. So one of my first paintings I did and really moved me was a painting of Catherine Dunham. And I just really love that painting, how beautiful she was, dancing and things like that kind of capture me and my attention. I really love to do flowers and beautiful things like that.
Yes, and then you capture our attention with it.
Yes, yes.
So we want you to talk about mouse painting and explain to those watching what it is and how you created it.
Okay, mouse paintings is a style of art. It's that I created. I think I created. You know. And I paint with the mouse of a computer, where I use technology of today to create fine art. And I use Microsoft Paints and any program, paint program, Coeur Draw, Photoshop, Photoshop 5 or 6. And I use their airbrush and their spray cans and their pencils and their pens. And I draw with them, actually, with my mouse of a computer.
Keeps your hands clean.
Right, yeah.
And you can really create some unique things. I know that you do all kinds of things. I know you've talked about flowers and stuff, but there's some really cool, outrageous stuff that you've done, as well as some portraits.
Right. I think with a mouse, it enables me to do a lot of abstract paintings that I like to do, and portraits in a finer, detailed way, opposed to doing that. I did oil painting and things like that. And I just had found trouble storing these paintings all over the place. So I say, well, 10, 15 years ago, I said, I'm gonna do these mouse paintings, and I could just store my paintings in my computer. And I wouldn't have to worry about, the paint, the canvases, and the pencils and things like that. So I say, well, I'll paint them right on computer, and then that will be stored there.
And that's so adorable, the little girls there. Just about anybody can relate to that.
It was actually a painting of my neighbors, sitting by the fence. And I just captured them just like that. I mean, it took me maybe 2 or 3 days to paint that picture.
Beautiful.
But
I love the detail in it.
For a memory, so.
You were talking about using new technology, and we're doing mouse painting now. But now, as we come out with tablets and newer technology, where do you see your artwork going next?
Well, I wanted to stay with my mouse paintings because it's my own kind of gender, my own style, my own technique, in a sense. So people have introduced me to like the Wacom tablets and pen. And I just don't see myself going that way, not yet, because I just wanted to get the best I can out of these mouse paintings.
Now, it's true also, Larry, that your mouse painting can become wallpaper and mouse pads and other things as well. When you were saying that you want to stick with it, I wanted the audience to know it's not just the paintings they see, but other articles as well.
Right, my mouse paintings because I do them digitally, they can be on mouse pads, coffee cups, tile, wallpaper, any kind of fabric or any kind of material. So,
What's the best way to order one?
Go to my website at www.mousepaintings.am.com, or you can just hit me on Facebook at facebook.mousepaintings, and you can get any kind of thing that you want when it concerns the mouse painting.
Beautiful.
T-shirts, anything.
Wow, I saw one on your website, Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Oh, I loved Muhammad Ali.
I loved him. I always wanted to do his portrait as well because, I watched him as a kid. I wanted to be a boxer myself. So I wasn't a boxer, so the best thing I could do is do his portrait and pay tribute to him in that way. I love that.
I like it.
Really
we have the name of the Catherine Dunham.
So again, not only can people purchase these things online, but you are going to be exhibiting starting now through mid-April at the Catherine Dunham Museum over on Pennsylvania Avenue in East St. Louis. So you could actually see an exhibit of your work there.
Right, I'm on exhibit, and I've been there since March 24th, and I'll be there until April 15th.
All right.
And anybody can see my paintings on exhibit. I have 200 paintings there.
Wow.
I mean, earlier you said I had 500 paintings. I have 3,000
wow.
of them. So.
Amazing.
And also I kind of do a profile painting,
Yes.
profile picture paintings.
Wonderful.
That's what I call that.
Well, they can get out there and check that out. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much.
Looking forward to it. Well, we gave you the information for Larry Spencer. Again, you can check him out. And again, he talked about his Facebook page, Facebook at Mouse Painting. So I hope that you all will definitely go check it out and have some things made for yourself.
That sounds like fun, doesn't it?
It does sound like a lot of fun. Thanks again, Larry, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Now, of course, we have not forgotten about LJ. She's still in the building.
Yes, thank goodness, because she's going to talk to us about St. Louis's next big up-and-coming professional team. Right, LJ?
Yes, but I am standing here feeling vertically challenged as I stand next to the owner and general manager, baller, Kalia Collier of the St. Louis Surge. What is it like to be the owner and general manager of a semi-pro women's basketball team?
It's busy.
It's busy. It's busy.
It's busy, but it's a lot of fun. I'm having a blast putting this together. The team is amazing. Our coaching staff is amazing. We're getting a ton of community support, so I'm having a blast.
Well, I see you brought some friends along with you today. Why don't you introduce us to your team?
I brought 3 ballers, St. Louis Surge ballers.
Ballers!
Nancy Hessman, Brianna Leland, Tiffany Foote. And then you have our wonderful coaching staff here, Brittany Dow and William Collier, who is AKA my dad as well.
All right.
It's always people want to know the relation, and it's yes, he is my father.
Okay, we got that cleared up, clear it up. So this is the kickoff season. This is the inaugural season starting out. Tell us a little bit about that.
We are driving support. We have a preseason game April 13th in Miami. We're all going to get a tan, actually. We're not playing. No, we're playing before the Miami Heat with Miami Rain, and then we're driving everybody to the website to promote our game May 5th at UMSL, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
UMSL, 7 o'clock, May 5th, Saturday night. Be there.
UMSL, 7 o'clock, May 5th.
May 5th.
May 5th.
May 5th.
Be there.
Be there.
Or be where? What if we're not tall enough, though? If we cannot tall enough.
You know what? You don't even have to worry about that.
So it's other things that I could do to get involved to volunteer.
There's a ton of things you can do.
Tell me about those things.
Calling as many volunteers as possible. Please go to the website, register to volunteer. I mean, from concessions to you name it, we need you.
You got it. All right, so tell us about Surge Kids Club. You got something for everybody, I see.
Everybody, ages 5 to 13.
Okay.
$20 for the entire season for you to bring your child to one of our games and your season ticket holders.
Season ticket
$20, all of our home games is included, including our regional tournament. And what's awesome is they get player interaction before the game. We're really, really bringing the community support of role models and mentors. That is our whole main focus, but it gives them a whole section of their Surge Kids Club to cheer in.
Okay, because I understand that's part of your mission, mentoring, sportsmanship, teammanship, all that.
This is way bigger than basketball.
Way bigger than
we want
basketball.
people to understand that.
What if I want to, you know?
If you want to hit the court, you're more than welcome.
I don't think I'm tall enough, but I am old enough because you have to be 20 years and older. How old can you be?
You can be as old as you want, as long as you can ball.
Long as you can ball. Well, I don't know how much more I could ball, but we want to really appreciate you guys for coming and being on the show, and we want to check and see what Ivy and Cassandra are doing over there in the kitchen. Don't forget, kickoff game, May 5th.
UMSL, 7 o'clock, Saturday night. Please go to our website, stlsurgebasketball.com. We're driving everybody there for any information you may need. And if you need immediate information, please call 314-262-2791.
You got it. Ballin'. Let's check out Ivy and Cassandra.
Coach, put me in. I will throw LJ stuff. You hear me? I'm taller. Coach Kalia, I'm right here. I'm good. All right, we're back over here in the kitchen with Nick and Sarah. Now, Ivy is already trying the salad. Ivy, what is your rating?
Okay, so earlier you guys were talking about a little Soul Train with a little bit of spice. This is really great. It's got this ginger dressing, which I saw you guys mixing up over here. And then at the very end, like I'm just now feeling a little bit of heat, a little zing, like I'm coming from pepper.
Yep.
Nice
pie.
Thank you.
So, go ahead, Ivy.
Are there desserts? That's what I want.
We do have desserts. We have small cake balls made by another local company called Farm Fresh Cupcakes, and she gets all of her ingredients locally as well. So
wonderful. So, Ivy, would you give this a 10?
I would give it a 10 because it's perfect portions and it's definitely tossed just right, you know, so the dressing and the grapefruit aren't overpowered. You're not having really wilty lettuce or anything like that. Plus, when I'm done, I can go compost my utensils.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Nick, again, just refresh us on your menu items. You have wraps and salads?
We do wraps and salads, and that's our main thing. You can make your own, or you can choose from our 8 set menu items.
Excellent.
Ooh,
So when you
make
say
your
make
own.
your own, I know, I'm excited. When you say make your own, same thing with wraps?
Yep. You can literally just point, and we toss it for you.
I love it.
I'm inspired. There's a little bit of chives in here too, right?
Yeah.
Really good.
You're good.
Grapefruit.
Can't go wrong.
You know what? I never thought I could put grapefruit in a salad.
I know.
But I'm gonna. Or I'm gonna let you guys do it. That's the thing about making salads is they're a little cumbersome. So I kind of like just going and having somebody else do it and know that it's fresh and it's healthy for me and it's not gonna break the bank.
Okay, absolutely. Now, I have a good question that I want to know personally, Nick or Sarah, you can answer this. For a person at home that has a family, what are the staple items they should have for their salads? Because sometimes I'll buy things and I let them go old or it wilts or it spoils. What is something you should have on hand to just make a quick salad for guests?
I would say balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
It doesn't go bad as easily. It's not too bad for you, and it's easy to throw on vegetables and sort of like anything you have around. If you put a little balsamic on it, you're good to go.
It's good to go. And what kind of produce then? So we have the lettuce, obviously. Would you say always have some mushrooms around, or?
I would say maybe tomatoes, something that the whole family will like. You know, carrots, something simple.
Yes. Oh wow, I am so excited. Everyone have a taste here. This is a great time to have salad, and you know, it's nothing like salad when it's warm outside as well.
That's right. So just one more time, you guys are in the Central West End.
We are.
Address
232 North Euclid. Phone number is 314-361-4444.
Hours.
11 to 9 every day.
Every day. Very good. I gotta wait till 11 to get a salad, but we started late. So come on in here, you guys. What do you think, Todd?
Delicious.
That's great.
Great. Good deal.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited about it. Thank you so much, Nick and Sarah, for coming on the show. Thank you as well, Todd and Larry. What a wonderful show we had today. It's been great. And thank you, Kalia, as well.
Hey, our studio audience, did you guys have fun? Because we sure had fun having you here. You guys were awesome. Yes. If you want to be a part of it, I know. Thank you for watching at home and on the web and everywhere else. We want to thank our sponsors as well.